Fine. So I think we will be starting with the content today. As I said, this week we will go slow because most of you are just joining. So um, the first pillar, like the first prerequisite, already I have talked about. But if today is your first class, after the class is over, I can answer all your queries and also I'll give you a brief about the curriculum. But if you have already attended my demos, I think you are clear what all things we are going to cover. So the first pillar is Python. I believe most anyone is there for whom Python is completely new. I think Gokul and I think we discussed before vacation, right? So um, if you can collect the recordings from Durga sir, that will be really helpful if you're completely non-tech background, because the recordings are very uh, like very nice and very from scratch. Sir has explained everything. But otherwise, if you have any other programming language experience like Java or something, I think you can just um, like let me know. I will share you the access to the recording once your enrollment is done. But otherwise, I think core Python is something which you can go through. Rest all things we will cover. The Python part I will be covering little quick because it is something which little quick in the sense the core Python. I'll just give you a brief. But advanced Python like Pandas, NumPy, Plotly, right? These are the libraries which are very important. We will discuss all of those things in detail, right? So what I want you to do today is I know everyone has already Python installed and everything is there in their system, but quickly, right? I'll just take you through it uh, for them, for them who has no Python, right? So what you can do is just go to Google and then I will be I will be recommending to install Python using Anaconda, right? So what is Anaconda? Where is that? Okay. So coming to Google, you need to type Anaconda Python, right? So it is all in one distribution. There are two ways. You can go to the Python official site, python.org, and you can download from there. Also, you can come to Anaconda Python and download the Anaconda Python version. So what is Anaconda Python? It is all in one. You can go and read the website. So not only Python, it will also install lot of other things like it will install all the important packages like Pandas, NumPy, Scikit-learn, right? All of these important packages which is necessary for data science. All of those things will be installed. And the good thing about Anaconda is it's a very good package manager. So tomorrow, if you want to install a lot of packages, it can so you will understand the importance of Anaconda when you go to deployment part. When you deploy your models, yes, you can use the pip environment also, but we will be using Anaconda environment. All the like reproducibility becomes easier. Everything will be managed by Anaconda. And the third thing is you will get IDE. IDE is nothing but the tools in which we will write our Python code. So in this entire course, two IDE I will be using, VS Code and Jupyter Notebook. So Jupyter Notebook is very, very famous everywhere. So among all the data scientists, you will see Jupyter Notebook is very famous. So that you no need to install separately. It comes with this distribution, right? So when you install, you can see the latest is 3.11 based on your operating system, either it is Windows, Mac, or Linux. You can just select and then download. It's around 900 MB file. And once you have downloaded this um, complete package, right, like 900 MB, I think you just need to do next, 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 and done. There is nothing difficulty, like very simple installation. How you install any other software, the same way. You just need to press next, next. Default location is C drive. In Mac, it is home. But if you want to change any location, right? So while installing, you can change the location. So instead of C, you can install it D or any other drive. So that's it. Nothing much to do. And once you just do next, your Anaconda is done. Your installation is done. And here in this like start menu in your MacBook, in the Finder, when you search Jupyter Notebook, Jupyter space Notebook, and open, you will see a browser. In a browser, localhost browser, you can see something like this is opening. This is called Jupyter Notebook. I am going to add everyone, or I am going to share a link now. And your assignment is, everyone, if you have no idea about Jupyter Notebook, how to use it, this is not a straightforward like how you have used other IDs. It supports Markdown. It's a very special kind of, you can say, ID. So it supports Markdown. If you don't know what is Markdown, Markdown is a kind of language where you can create a lot of things. Like if you have used HTML ever, so you must be knowing Markdown. Markdown, you can, it's not only language, it's not only Python, right? You can obviously write Python code. For example, here I can write Python code. This is my Python code. And I can execute. But what is important is I can also write text. I can also write bullet points. I can write headings. I can give URLs. I can add images. So you must have seen in internet lot of documents, lot of notes you will see is present in this notebook format. So one more important thing is you can download it. For example, this particular project. So you can see I have written my Python code. I can see my output. In this project, I have not written any text. It's directly all the code only, but I can show you maybe some other project. Let's say this one, right? So you can, this one also all code only. Okay, anyway, so here if I just want to add a heading, let's say this is something I'm learning. Let's say I will just give a heading Python, core Python, right? Core Python, and then hit enter. So you can see this is something which is nothing but a header, right? And this is a text. So that's the reason you can see it allows code. It also allows markdown. And then you can write your code again. So what is the beauty of Jupyter? It allows you to download your output in different format. One is default format of Jupyter is IPYNB extension. So when you just download, you will have like a lot of options here. You can see you can download it in HTML. That's the great thing. Let's say your manager or somebody who has no Python, or even if they have Python, they don't have the dependencies installed, right, to execute your code. They just can view everything in HTML format. Your entire code, let's say this large language model, let's say um, this file I just want to share, right? And you can see this is in a, I can just download, let me download it. Where is it? It is not opening. Anyway, so you can download it in HTML. So this is the HTML. Okay, this the name is changed. Here only it is opening. Anyway, so what I'm trying to explain you is any file. Let's say I have some files that I have written. Maybe let's say this one, right? So this is a particular code. You can see I have written headers and then some text, and then there is a URL. If you click on this, it will go there. And then there are again headers, Python code. So this is something which you can also create markdown plus code together, right? You can write in Jupyter Notebook. And let's say this entire thing I want to share with someone, and I just want to share it in HTML. So you just download in HTML, and they can view it. So once they upload, you can see this is the HTML file. Not only HTML, you can download it in .py extension. .py means any other ID they can just kind of open. There's a Python extension. You can download it in basically PDF extension. You can just download. If you download it, it can be in IPYNB extension. So about Jupyter Notebook, it is a 35 to 40, I think 45 minutes tutorial where everything about Jupyter Notebook you can learn. And that I can share the link. Just give me 1 minute. I'll just open the door and come. Yeah, so basically you can download it in any format. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share a link where you can just go through. This is the Jupyter Notebook tutorial link, right? I know many of you already know this, but for people who are completely beginner, I think you need some kind of tutorial to become comfortable using it, right? And it has a lot of things to learn. Like you can understand the markdown itself, like how to create all of these things, what all are the shortcuts. I mean, for executing your code, you can click on this, or there's a shortcut shift enter, and all the things about Jupyter. I'm just going to share a link. Just give me 1 minute. I will post the link in this chat window. Everyone can access it. And let me know if you don't have access, right? So this entire folder, I'm going to not on this. Where is it? So there are two things in this folder. You can see one is a video and one is the document. The document is everything what I have explained in this video, right? So once you complete this video, you will be expert in Jupyter. So this is something which along with the installation you should go through. Let me know if you have you don't have access, but what I can do is I can share this entire folder, right? Okay, I think in that way. Okay, I'm just sharing. Let me know if you have access. In the chat window, I have shared the link. Let me know if you can access this. So this is the notebook. Um, the second link is for the notebook, like the document, and the first link is for the video. You need both, right? You need both. Okay, fine. So I think this is what you need to do today. This is your assignment. And if you have any queries after watching the video, feel free to ask me in tomorrow's class. Also, we will create our WhatsApp group maybe end of this week. By Friday, we will have our WhatsApp group. Uh, yeah, so, and I already told you in the demo sessions, you are taking this course, but that doesn't mean the course is over, means you cannot reach out to me, right? So after 6 months or 1 year also, if you really, you have seen some messages, new course is starting, or just like that, you can ping me and ask me, right? Ask if there is any new content or any upgrade or something happened to the MLOPS course. Then if yes, then I will add you to the recent folder. So we have continuous batches. And I think for 6 months or 1 year after that, we do some changes in the syllabus based on the market trend, right? So if anything new is there, you will be getting access to the recent folder. Your access will be with you for 1 year, and then I think they have to delete because there is a space issue in drive. So they will delete, but otherwise 1 year, 1 year is, I think, very huge time. But after 1 year, you can just ping me and I will add you to the recent folder, right? Whatever is going on. In that way, you will be up to date. And I am into this field for last 8 years. So I think it will continue. So you will get access to the recent batch, right? And that's how it is, like lifetime access, you can say. Anyway, um, we were allowing to the live classes also, but we stopped it from this batch onwards because already it is very much crowded, the batches, right? Old students, if we allow, it is super crowded, and um, I mean, it's not good, right? When you have strength more than 25, 30. So that's the reason. But if in case, let's say for some emergency or something, you could not continue, you are traveling, some medical emergency or something, you just need to send an email. In those special cases, we will allow you to attend in the future, like next batch. But you need to update us, right? With an email. And that email, you save it. Later, if you just share those emails, Institute will allow you, right, to the next batch. Anyway, but I'll not suggest anyone to go to the next batch. Complete your course in your batch. That's how you should be doing, right? So I think that's the good thing, because you complete the syllabus, you will be job ready soon. And there is one more thing that I can share with you, that is CV recording. I will just upload in the same folder once it is created. Now the folder is not created for your batch. This is how the folder structure will be. I think this is one of the batches. You can see everything is in a proper format, and all is ongoing batch. So recordings also will be present in this. So you will get everything in a nice structured format, right? So no need to worry about anything. Just attend the class and all the class practice note, the books. I have access to orally publication. Like my in my office, I have access to MIT lab. I have access to many things. I have access to Coursera. I have access to Udemy, all the free access. So let me know what course you want. I can download it from my office um, license, and then I can share it with you. I think good thing is orally books, which are really very nice and not free. So, but I don't have time to go through lot of books. I just go through some chapters if I want to, but let me know. You can ping me in the WhatsApp group if you want any orally book, and I can download it for you and upload in your drive, right? Fine. So this is all about uh, the fundamental things that we need to do before we start the course. You need to install Python and you need to go through this Jupyter tutorial. I'm just skipping the tutorial part because everything what I'm speaking here is already present in the video that I have shared. It's a nice 45 minutes recording. It will teach you everything about Jupyter. At the end of the recording, you will be expert in Jupyter, right? Okay. So now next what? Next is your core Python access. All the people who have enrolled, I will take their Gmail IDs from Institute. And if you're my direct student, ping me personally. So what I can do is today, end of the day, you will get access to the core Python folder. So in core Python, I already told you in the demo, but let me again repeat. It's very simple concepts. You will find what is variable and then what is function and then loops, if else while loop, for loop, and then you have this data structure. So in data structure, 5 data structures: list, tuple, set, dictionary, and string. It will not take more than 1 day or 2 day or 3 day. If you're spending every day one hour also, I think it will be finished in 1 week. So it's a very like 5 to 6 hours. My teaching is to the point. So in 1 hour, lot of things I cover, right? So if it is just like 5 to 7 hours recording, not much, you just can, I think, go through it and it will be done in 1 week if you're completely non-technical. Um, Even if you are beginner to Python, these recordings will be helpful. If you already know all of these things, I'm expecting most of you already know this, so you can skip. Anyway, if you don't ask me also, I will be uploading all the recordings in the drive. So once the drive is created, let the drive gets created right by today. And once the drive is created, you will see this core Python recordings are uploaded. Please go through this, and this is your self-learning. Anywhere, any questions, I'm always there. Every day we are connecting, so you can ask. One more update is this week we will have class at 7 a.m. But next Monday onwards, I think 17th, schools are reopening. So the course timing will be around, let's say 7:30. So I can make it like 7:20 to 8:20, right? So let's fix this. And I think if you are all are available, we can also keep it at 7:30. So just 15-20 minutes, we will postpone it like 7:20 to 8:20. That will be the class timing. And throughout the entire course, this timing will be fixed. There is no other available options. I can just make it 7:30. That's it. Office hours, everyone will go to office, so we will try to finish it as soon as possible. So 7:20 to 8:20 will be the class timing. And I think this is what it is. One more batch will start in the evening, like 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. That is not now. The current batch is going on, the evening batch. It will go for another 15 days, and I think end of June it will start. So don't wait for that. If you really want to start immediately, this batch is already formed. So I think from tomorrow onwards, we'll directly start with pandas and all. So you can continue here on here if you want to finish the course on time. But if timing is a concern, I think you can wait for the next batch, that is evening batch. Any doubt, any queries? We are all good, right? Any doubt?
Yes, madam. So, what if I miss some classes?
You will get recordings so you can go through.
Okay.
Yeah, same day it will be uploaded.
Okay.
For,
Okay. Fine.
yeah. So for
Because like this Thursday, I have a client visit, so I will not be available this Thursday. So that's why I just want to check with you.
yeah, no problem. So you have
Okay.
recording uploaded on the same day.
Okay.
Uh, just one thing, recordings are not with me. You can see the institute is starting the class and they are only maintaining the recordings. And in case recordings are absent or something, you just ping them or call them. But
Okay.
by some, I mean, they are also sometimes busy. It will not happen. I'm telling you, a rare case. Most of the time, like, it will be done within 2 hours, right? Or
Okay.
maybe in the by the same day, you will also, like yesterday we have class, after 2 hours only they will upload. But sometimes, let's say something happened and you did not get the recording, you directly call to institute and they will upload. And any
Okay.
concern or anything, you can always ping me. But materials I will upload, right? So if any materials are missing, then ping me.
Okay.
And so that also will not happen. What I do is in advance only for the entire week. Let's say I'm going to teach pandas, right? Tomorrow onwards. So I will upload pandas complete record like materials in advance. So Monday only you will get the materials for the whole week, right? So, but recording every day they will upload. In case you are missing any class, go through the recordings and you can ask me your doubts in the next class.
Okay. Thank you. And the link for tomorrow's class, it's going to be the same, or because like I see this link is expiring today.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think they are going to change the link in
Okay.
1 or 2 days. Yeah. So the course fees, I think I can see in the chat window they're asking. So if the course fees for this is 20,000, which is I think the minimal in the market. But the generative AI course fees is 12,000. If you are taking it combiningly, it will be 27,000. That's correct. But generative AI will not start today, like parallelly. There is an ongoing batch which is continuing. So I think it will go for another maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And then end of June, we will start promoting. July first week onwards, or maybe second week onwards, new batch will start. And that's a good thing for you guys because you will get some initial 1.5 months time to complete MLOPS. And by the time you have completed a lot of things, that batch also will start. So slowly, we will start. So if someone is taking both, it is 27,000. And if you just want the recordings, but I believe you can attend live class, but you just can't wait, right? Few people in US, visa issues are there, so they can't just wait for the next batch to start. You can just ping me personally after the WhatsApp group is created, so you can take the recordings with this price, right? Obviously, this is the institute price, but the recordings you can directly take it from me. But I will suggest go with the live class. Why you will? I mean, there is not much price difference, right? But this is for urgency. Somebody cannot, because if you wait for the live class, July only it can start. And it's a weekend batch. Weekdays it's MLOps, and weekend it is Gen AI. 7 to 10, 7 to 10, Saturday, Sunday. Right? Again, it will go for 2 months, 1.5 months to 2 months. So, I mean, if you are starting, if it is starting around July, it will end around August, right?
What is the content of generative AI?
Yeah, so the content of generative AI, let me share it with you. So again, the content, generative AI, how fast it changes, right? So it will stay for 3, 4 batches, and then again, I will change the content. In the sense, mostly it will be same. Some things here and there I need to change, right? So this is the current generative AI batch, which is going on. I think there are some 10 classes already. So you can see the structure, whatever we will be discussing in the syllabus, you will see everything. So first I will teach you ANN. So it's a deep learning course. Initial, the foundation is deep learning for Gen AI. Generative models we will discuss, but directly I cannot jump into generative models. You will be confused. So I will first talk about ANN. So anyway, in MLOps also ANN is there. So this is, you can see, a kind of common topic in both the batches. But CNN you will learn, and then GAN you will learn. And this is the syllabus if you really want to understand. So GNAI syllabus is this. So you will learn about ANN first, the basic architecture of neural networks, what is TensorFlow, what is Keras, everything, whatever is written in module 1, the artificial intelligence, deep learning, all these things. ANN architecture and everything. In MLOps also I will cover. Only thing is the project might be slow. Project is also same. So this is common topic, you can say. The first module one, that ANN is common. But from here onwards, there is no CNN, but I have taught them. Actually, it is not mentioned in the syllabus, but CNN also I will discuss in very detail. So CNN, convolutional neural network, same thing, the maths, the behind the picture, the algorithm details, and then one complete project. Every deep learning, one complete project end to end. In the first, it is image classification. In the CNN, I think in the ANN, it is a text classification. In CNN, it is an image classification project. And then we will discuss about GAN. But before jumping to GAN is generative adversarial networks. So we will be building one DGGAN network, so deep convolution GAN network, using TensorFlow and Keras. So what is that project is all about? Generating fake images. So synthetic data for image. We will generate some fake images, and you can generate a lot of fake things, right? Using this network. Like you must have seen deep fake videos, a lot of application related to GAN networks. So there are different kind of GANs. We are discussing one kind, that is DGGAN, and using which we'll be generating fake images. So that is what is the project is about. But it's not only about the project, it is from scratch. So you will be creating, so if you look at the code, we will be building things from scratch. Theory obviously that is there, we will understand the theory, but more than theory, it is all about practical. So you understand the theory quickly, and then everything whatever we have discussed, once you implement from scratch, I will be creating. So 100% you will understand the complete code once you have attended the class. So this is what we, this is the entire code we will be writing to. And don't worry about the code, everything written in the code you will understand, right? This project we will do, we'll generate some fake image. And once we done that, so you must be asking me why I'm teaching deep learning, because that is the background for the generative AI. And then transformer architecture and everything, what is encoder, what is decoder, what is attention mechanism, everything we will discuss. And then we will go to prompt engineering. In prompt engineering, zero shot, one shot, few shot, chain of thoughts, different kind of techniques we will discuss. And then we will jump into LangChain. Obviously, GPT also, I'll give you a high level overview about chat GPT, and also we'll get a lot of fundamental things. I think before we jump, I will make sure you are understanding all the foundation, what is foundation model, what is large language model, right? So this kind of complete theory you will understand, right? Which is best, which is not good, how to understand which model is the top 10 foundation model, what is leaderboard, everything. So what is, let's say these are the leaderboards, you can go and some papers, so everything. So once you are good with the fundamentals, we'll jump into LangChain, right? So LangChain is the framework which we will discuss in detail. Where is the, wait, just 1 second. It's very much carefully prepared, and I think after taking this course, you can build your own LLM application from scratch, not blindly, but with context. Because you know the background, I think with confidence you can build. Only one thing is removed, this AWS Bedrock is removed, because it is, I mean, really, it is paid one, and to try anything, you have to pay. So I have focused a lot in Hugging Face and LangChain from the next batch onwards. In LangChain, it's a unified platform. If you want AWS Bedrock, you can just get a key and use it. I'll explain Bedrock and Azure OpenAI, everything from LangChain framework onwards, but not this cloud I have removed because it is not free paid one. And I have seen students are not able to try a lot of things because it is paid. So we will be using OpenAI for the paid and Anthropic for the paid one, but rest all will be open source. So we will be focusing on LangChain and Hugging Face. And after module 5, all the things rest, um, four weekends. I think three to 4 weekends is totally on LLM application. So end to end, you will understand. In LangChain, we have a lot of modules. We have models, we have agents, we have memory, we have tools, we have document loader. So that's what I was showing you the code. So every component of LangChain we will understand, and combining all of those components, we can build end-to-end LLM application. Also, we will be using two frameworks, that is Hugging Face and Chat GPT, like GPT framework, getting OpenAI license. But that is just for your knowledge. LangChain is everything. So it's a unified platform using LangChain, everything. Model evaluation also we will discuss. So fine tuning, RAG, everything, right? We will be implementing. And last 4 classes are on projects. Every weekend, one project we will do. Every project, we will build a chat board, we will build a question answer system. 5 to 6 projects we will build end to end. And while building that project, you will understand everything, how to evaluate, how to fine tune, what is few shot learning, how to add your own data, what is vector database, what is embeddings. One project is on embedding, one project is on image, and rest 3 projects are on text data. That's how it is done. So I think, yeah, so this is overall syllabus. I think you can consider this as a final, but few things are changed because as I said, Bedrock is removed, CNN is included, and rest all is same. Project details, I think I will mention in, I think it's there, but exact projects also you can see here, right? Anyway, so you will get this content.
Class already running now? This one?
Yes, it is
Generate.
running. Yeah.
Can I join that class instead?
Yeah, you can join, but it is in between. I mean, LangChain is already started. Will you able to understand? I think
No,
initially,
yeah, I worked on LangChain and all that. So
okay, then you can join. Yeah. So
how
next,
many classes are over there? I mean, like, actually, I had been in a boot camp of this one, so I just wanted to revise. Pretty much all these things were covered in last boot camp I attended.
okay, so I think then fine. So I think initial, um, you can join and see how, I think you will understand, because LangChain just this Sunday we have started one class. If you just go through the recording, but one class is 3 hours, right? So just go through the recordings. I think you have this week time and you already know LangChain. So I think you will be in a good position. We will be starting discussing the other component of LangChain, and it's all project that we will build. So in the project building, you will understand the complete application, like the life cycle of LLM application. So in that way, you can take anyway recordings. In case you have any doubt or something, you can ask me. Um, Next Saturday, it is 7 a.m. If you want to join, you can join.
Okay, it is just a weekend batch, right? Every Saturdays and
Yes,
Sunday.
yes. It's a weekend batch, and many people join. Like, few are from software engineering background, also few are from MLOPS class. And people from MLOps class, I think they know everything, but people from different background, software engineering background, they have never seen anything like training model. All these terms are jargons to them. That's the reason first I teach deep learning there, so that they will at least understand what do you mean by model, what do you mean by training, and all that, right? Yeah.
So that basic knowledge I have. No
So
issues.
yeah, then I think that's great. So you can, rest 3 weekends are application, so I think you will enjoy it. You can join next Saturday.
So there are some linear regression and all that mathematics to it, right? So that is covered in this batch or that batch?
See, I'll tell you what is what. I
More
don't.
function and all that.
So many people will be thinking generative AI is very nice course. Should I take this course or that course? Let me clarify, right? Actually, it is one course. I have just splitted it in two so that you can take it in your own pace. If you ask me, it is just one course. What is your intention? What is your goal? Why you are learning this course? You ask yourself. If you want to change your domain, or if you want to see yourself working in AI, or you want to start working as a data scientist or data, maybe even if it is a data related role, data analyst, data scientist, or data engineer, something like that. Data engineer, they have their own curriculum, but um, machine learning is such a subject. Like AI is very common. Everybody, the company is expecting everyone to know at least the basics of AI, right? If that is your intention, I think this course is mandatory course. This is the foundation course. If your foundations are not strong, I think generative AI comes very late, right? It is important, but if you don't know the models, the architecture behind the scene, you will feel very uncomfortable. And even if you are understanding, later you will, it will not take you further, right? You yourself will not be confident. It is like, you know how to call a function which will check whether a number is a Fibonacci series or not, but you don't know the logic. What is Fibonacci series? You don't know. You're just calling a function and using it. You're calling a mean function and using it, but you yourself don't know sum of everything divided by n is mean. It is like that. So generative AI, I will say, take it as a second step. The first step is this. And what is this step? You check any job role, any job role. I can show you a lot of job roles. You go to your profile like Naukri or LinkedIn and check for data science or any job role. The first requirement is machine learning, isn't it? That's a fundamental requirement. The first requirement is statistics. The first, like all of these modules, pandas, plotly, statistics, machine learning, a deployment of your models like SageMaker. You will hear this term very often, like SageMaker, ML flow, machine learning. All of these are fundamentals. So this is what this course will teach you. And without this Gen AI course also, there is a probability that you may get a job with this MLOps in data science. But generative AI is the ask, is the trend right now going on. Once you understood traditionally everything you build from scratch, you know the algorithms, you know the maths, you know how the algorithm works, where to use what algorithm, where to use deep learning, where to use machine learning, where to use both. What is hyperparameter tuning? What is overfitting? What is underfitting? What exactly model validation means? What is the life cycle of data science project? Everything you will learn in this course. Now, everything once you are very strong, then go to Gen AI. So what this Gen AI will do, Gen AI will take you next step. It will take you to the next level. Now you have done everything from scratch. You know all the model, everything. Gen AI will help you for unstructured data. Mostly it works for unstructured data. Unstructured means text, image, audio, video, all of this kind of data. Instead of you building from scratch, right? Can you use a model which is already trained on humongous data and use that intelligence, fine tune it with your own data and build a model? The advantage is, for multiple application, one model can run or one model can work instead of you building one. So 5 projects can be one project in Gen AI. For example, sentiment classifier can be one project. Text summary can be another project. Machine translation can be another project if you start building from scratch. Now, if you're using Gen AI, 3 projects can be in one, because there is a concept of chaining in LangChain where multiple things together you can do. And I mean, are you getting? So that is the next level I will consider. And
Yeah.
combine. Yeah, so combiningly these two will give you a complete thing. So once you know both, I think you are very highly demanded in market. So Gen AI is a good to have skill. Machine learning is a mandatory skill. Why I'm saying this? Yes, Gen AI is nice, but not all companies has data which is unstructured. There are certain domains like healthcare. You will see lot of images, MRI scan, X-ray scans, lot of PDF documents, prescription, lot of documents, symptoms and all that. So they have text data, audio data, video data, image data. If you go to maybe manufacturing, they have designs, machine designs, inspection videos. But many companies like banking, e-commerce, data is still tabular, isn't it? Like data is still stored in SQL or NoSQL servers. It is in JSON format, CSV format, or tabular data. In those kind of situation, I think Gen AI is very good for unstructured. And this kind of data you can very easily handle using ML in your own system. Easily you can handle. Gen AI is not free, right? Either you use local, you have to load the model, you should have a good computer, even if it is a paid one. So then you have to take licenses, like the API keys are not free. And it is not that why you will invest so much when you can do the things in a simpler manner. In ML also we have a lot of auto ML packages nowadays. So some projects are very specific to machine learning, I think mostly tabular data. And in industry, 60 to 70% of the project or even more than that is on this kind of data. Sales forecasting, MRV volume prediction, right? All these kind of things are prediction related projects, or clustering, target marketing, propensity model, customer behavior analysis, recommendation. All of these projects are on ML, and stats and visualization, dashboard creation, all of this, SQL, all of this. And that's where the industry require both. I think you got an idea, everyone, right? So when you do a job, you cannot expect your company every time they cannot give you only one kind of data, right? You should be data agnostic, means doesn't matter what data you are giving, small data, big data, doesn't matter what variety of data you are giving, structured data, semi-structured data, unstructured data. I am in a position to handle anything. I am strong enough to handle anything, right? So that's where um, it is the requirement of the industry. And that's the reason this MLOps course is the fundamental. And not only this, nowadays people are also asking you to deploy your own model. Because why they're asking, if you look at the life cycle till model validation, everything is kind of automated now. Data collection, data pre-processing, you have to do it, mostly the pre-processing part. Model building and model validation, if you have written your code in a nice way, in a package way, in a MLOps way, I think that's the reason we are writing it in MLOps way, right? So that operationalizing means what? We are making the code so reproducible that tomorrow, if I want to do some changes with minimal effort, I can do it. There's some standard, like linear regression is linear regression, right? This project, that project, the code will not change. So the algorithms, the validation, so if you write in different scripts, you don't need any AutoML package also. You can only make your code reproducible. In the next project, if it is the same category of problem, you can just change the input file name or something here and there, and same code will work. So what I'm trying to tell you is this entire process till validation is, you can change from template to template. It is mostly same. The deployment part, companies has different options. Not all company go with the same option. Few choose Azure, few choose AWS, few choose GCP. And because it is very fast, you can do it within 5-7 days or 1 week or 2 week of time. That's the reason deployment is also your task now. Previously it was the data engineer's task, but now it's the data scientist task. So till validation and also deployment, you have to deploy your own model. Maintenance, it may be automated, and if required, you may interfere there. But otherwise, I think you write your code in such a manner that everything will happen automatically. Automation, that's the main key, right? So validation and deployment is the requirement. So that is what this MLOps will teach you. And obviously, I mean, once you understand this, there is something called generative AI, which is trending. Mostly it is very nice if you have any text or any image related project in today's world. You should not do that project from scratch. You can always use Gen AI plus fine tuning, right? And that's what it is. I think you got an idea, everyone, right? The difference between two courses and what is what. Is it clear? Any question?
Actually, I have one last question. So, we use PySpark in our company, okay?
Yeah.
I just try to Google and fix it. So, it's basically like ETL thing, like to feed the data. Are we going to cover that one here, or like?
Yeah, so let me see. PySpark is actually an important concept which is missing, honestly speaking. Everything else is there except the big data part, Spark. I have the recordings of Spark, but it is 8 months old. I have taken multiple data engineering batches, right, on Azure, Databricks. We have this PySpark recording, but let me see. The problem is if I include Spark, it will again go for another 15 to 20 days, and the price will be slightly in the upper hand side. Let it be an optional thing if you really want. we can add it. It is important, or you can take the recording of previous batch, or you learn yourself. Like, just give me 1 minute. Yeah. So let me know how you want to take it, but I can include it, and the course timing will be little more, or you can take recordings, or you can learn yourself. But do not skip Apache Spark. Yes, this is one of the very important topic, uh, which is, like, I will say, more important than GenAI. You can skip the GenAI, but you cannot skip this Spark. Why? Because most of the data nowadays are big data, right? Many companies, whatever data they have, it is in like humongous data. And when it comes to big data, your entire Python and everything will not work. You have to learn Spark ML library. Sometimes if it is SQL kind of operation you need to do, then Spark SQL, right? If it is streaming, then Kafka and Spark together. So many of the data engineers and data scientists who work in e-commerce platforms like Mintra, Flipkart, Amazon, and then you have this banking data like Paytm, Google Pay, right? This is like terabytes of data, petabytes of data. So those kind of processing you cannot do. If the process will be same, the life cycle of data science project, like collection, pre-processing, building, validation, everything will be same, but the code will be different, the framework will be different. Instead of scikit-learn Python, you can use Spark. And this is a good point. I will plan maybe from your batch onwards we can include Spark. But having said that, Spark will increase the time. Instead of, I think, 2.5 months, 2 months, it will go for another 2 weeks at least, because it is a huge library. A lot of things we need to understand, especially the streaming and ML library. That will take time. SQL is anyway easy. If you know pandas and SQL, you know already Spark SQL. So that's what it is. I'll think about it and I'll add, or you can take my previous batch recording. Having said that, that is not up to date. You will not find the latest Spark version. 80-90% is same, but anything recently, the framework is changed in the recent, I think that is 3 point something, I forgot. That is where it is, right? If you want, you can take recordings. But it's a good point. It is really important, which is missing because of many reasons, right? Okay. Already the course with GenAI, it is like around 4 months. If I include Spark, it will go for 5 months. So that's the reason. But this is important. You can take recordings for previous batch. I think that's good. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. I think we are all good. So what we can do is we can connect. Just 1 second. Yeah. So we can connect tomorrow to continue from here. So today, what is your assignment? Please complete the Jupyter Notebook tutorial. And if you are beginner, wait today, end of the day, once the Google Drive is created, I will add you to the folder, right? Google Drive folder, so that you will get access to the core Python videos. Also, you have access to 200 hours of videos on Python, right? By Durga sir. So you please take it from the institute. Once your enrollment is done, with the same email ID, you can just get access. Okay, anyway, so I think we are all good. So let's connect tomorrow. We will continue from here. Any questions? We are all good, right? Anyone who joined today for the first time? Today is the first class.
Yeah, I joined today.
Okay. You have any questions? Others, if you don't have any questions, you can drop. Let us connect tomorrow.
Yeah, I think I'm fine. I just was figuring out like which course to opt in. Like just in case if I want to join the other batch, which is running in the weekend, which already started, and get the recording and continue with the weekday class of this one. So it's just that I know pretty much of the basics, but to make it more strong, I was thinking like going for this one and then the weekend batch of AI, generative AI.
Yeah, so this is See, I mean, so you will learn a lot in this course, honestly, because it's a foundation course. I know many of the things like pandas and all you might be knowing, but when it comes to machine learning, the complete architecture and everything followed by projects and then deployment. So end-to-end knowledge you will get. And anyway, GenAI you already know you are saying. So it's a very minimal price. So I will suggest everyone to take both, and that is where you will see the complete thing. When you appear for interviews, both they will ask. Gen AI is a good to have skill, but machine learning is mandatory, without which you cannot crack interviews. So Gen AI is good to have skill, but this MLOps is mandatory skill. You understand your requirement better than me, so you think like what you want. If you really want to come into data science related jobs, I will strongly recommend to take both. And if you have to take only one and you can skip the other, then I will suggest this course. But if you are a software engineer, you don't want to come into data science, right? You just want to explore AI, but you want to stick to your domain. Like you are a software engineer, you want to be a software engineer. You're a DevOps engineer, you are a data engineer, you're a network engineer, whatever you are, you want to stick to your domain. You don't want to switch your career into data science. But there is a hype, everyone is telling you to learn AI, and you want to see what is AI and how you can learn it and how you can use AI to automate some of the things in your site. Then I will suggest this Gen AI course. Even if you're taking Gen AI course without taking this MLOps course, still end to end you will understand, because I'm giving you a background. It's not like from day one lang chain. No, it's not like that. You get a background first. Even if you're from a software engineering background, everything you can understand. Even if it is very complicated algorithms, I teach you deep learning in that course from scratch. So you get a background and then you understand what is model training, and then you learn Gen AI and apply Gen AI. You will be in a better position after taking this course, whether Gen AI is good or bad. In your case, you can judge different models, and then you can, security is important or cost is important, or basically accuracy is important. Based on that you can decide open source or paid one. If paid one, which is good, which is bad. If open source, which should you should use. What all are the good models, how to write a complete application from scratch, what is memory, what is, how to build, like startups, you can see a lot of startups are now coming up. Like if you have some idea how to implement it, all of those things you can learn in the Gen AI course. So that is what it is. But if you really want to switch into data science without MLOps, you with only Gen AI, you cannot crack interviews. I think that is where it is. You decide and you can take accordingly, right? What is your requirement? Based on that, you can take a decision.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
As
Yeah.
Sasmitha, I have small doubt. So with the MLOps with the Gen AI is a full like we'll get is a good way like for a beginner. You mentioned directly into Gen AI is not a correct way.
See, if you directly jump into Gen AI also, you will understand, but you will see I mean, I have seen in my batch, current batch, a lot of people are from MLOps and then they have joined Gen AI. They're much more confident because these terms, 2 months, 3 months, you will hear, right? Model, like training, deployment, 5 to 7 projects from scratch you will do. So you already know the framework. Then Gen AI, it's not like you will not understand directly if you jump into Gen AI, but initially you may feel little uncomfortable, because you don't know machine learning. You will not able to know machine learning in the Gen AI course. It's all on deep learning and then Gen AI. In machine learning, you will learn lot of terms like overfitting means what, underfit means what, hyperparameter tuning means what exactly machine learning model, and that is easy to understand. Deep
Okay.
learning is black box. You cannot really see what is happening, so you need to imagine. um, and There's something called explainable AI. So machine learning is, most of the algorithm is explainable. So you will feel satisfaction because you know something has been predicted based on this logic. So logic you can visualize, you can understand. In deep learning, yes, you can understand the logic at high level. Still, there is a kind of confusion, like what is happening behind the scene, how it is predicting. So I will suggest, what is your goal? Decide that first. If you want to know everything about AI, you want to see yourself as an expert, only Gen AI. Honestly speaking, I'm also working in industry full time.
No, that part I understood.
Yeah.
What I meant is actually my goal is to be in MLOps. So this course will fulfill those who are coming from very start, that means starter in AI.
Yeah, so if your intention is MLOps, I think definitely you should start with MLOps only.
Yeah.
And it is from scratch. So you will understand everything. I'm assuming all are beginner. People are joining the course so that they can know, right? So they don't know. That's why they're joining. If they know, then why somebody will join? So everyone who is there in the course, I'm considering them as beginner. So definitely you will understand. And there are a lot of projects also where you can see the implementation side of it.
Okay.
Okay, thank you everyone. Let us connect tomorrow. We will continue from the content, right? Tomorrow we will start with, I think, advanced Python. So we will be starting with pandas and plotly and everything. And the timing will be 7 a.m. only. But next Monday onwards, it will be 7:20. Okay, thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And one more last thing, if you really want a quiet, like good, not so crowded batch, join in the morning, evening, because of the timing, right? Many people are going to office. Evenings are really crowded. You will see 20, 25 in the evening batch. And few from the old batch also they join. So it sometimes goes to 28, 30. So it's good, I can handle, but like if you have less strength, you can ask more questions. And content is exactly same. So if you have time, don't have any time issue, so I will suggest go with the evening batch, sorry, morning batch. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you.